are you in charge of the? Are you the raid leader?
Mm-hmm.
Milo
I guess my game's just not going to load
past the exiled NPC. He's not in my group, and I have no idea what he's talking about. I told him I gladly would if we were in the same.
3 tries at the launch pad.
Man, I got in on the first try. You guys are doing something wrong.
Man, I can't.
Some people are going to have problems with the launch pad. They posted how to get around it.
He's in your group now.
Fantastic. Well, he's not in my zone. So
you totally wrote
correct.
There,
so
maybe
if you'll click out to the hive, you should be able to COH him if you would.
All right, absolutely.
Are you playing from
Thank
Nebraska?
You bet.
No.
It's this right
Are you
here,
in the guild
right?
hall?
Hope so.
I
just zoned out.
You have a robot in your closet.
Fantastic.
Is it still fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Can you do the robot when you dance?
Is there any other dance? I'm warp.
The safety dance.
Get out.
You know what? That's fair.
And good evening, everybody.
Go eat the Macarena.
And good evening to everyone here on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and anywhere else you might be looking at this. Thank you for joining this evening. Always a pleasure to have you along. Tonight, we murder a god. Mayong Mistmore dies to the immortal few.
Hey, Milo is in.
Very good.
So, if you want me to stay in this group, you're welcome.
I
to
don't.
Me, but all right, I'm zoning right now. So
Good. It'll take it a few moments for it to load up. However, once it lets you go ahead and click in, it'll take it probably another 30 seconds. But once you can, please click in and shrink once you're inside.
son of a gun, we're in another zone, but that's okay. We can.
Correct, it is the right statue, not the wrong statue.
You gotta click the left statue
For-
to zone in.
For being wrong.
2 under, sure.
What in the world just happened?
I assume what happened is vodka based.
Well, no, I actually bounced. I clicked on the statue and bounced right back into Dreadspire.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Occasionally.
I try not to.
When you push to talk.
It's not letting me zone
Push to
in.
talk, you can hear me.
It might take it a few more to load. But when it lets you, click the right statue and it should let you in.
It's trying. Oh, it's. I've entered Dreadspire. Okay, I've entered Dreadspire Keep again.
Mm.
I keep clicking on it. I keep saying entering the Demiplane of blood,
Yeah.
and then
It lets you in.
maybe.
Yes, it did.
Yes, that time it did. Ah!
Have faith in the process.
Oh, sometimes it's not easy.
Rewarding things rarely are.
Is Ambit here?
No.
Oh, that means I'm gonna have to ask another chanter for frickin'. Did somebody? Oh,
Say warrior.
I'm gonna quit whining.
Lovely.
Ah. Oh, Arya, what happened to you, girl? Is it 24% health?
Oh boy.
There we go.
Oh boy. I'll cure it.
Thank you. Makes me sad to see her like that. looking for? A cancer. That's what I'm looking for. Huh. Sproing. I think it'd be easier to get it from Sproing or from Sila. I'm going to go with
Spring, spring, spring.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yo.
Hi, Milo.
Just running a little behind tonight. I got dropped a bunch of crap on my plate from work.
Nice.
Just as I was getting ready to get settled in for Everquest. I'm a
It's
little
all
bit
good,
pissed.
man. It's all good. I was having some issues with getting Ambit in, but he's finally in now, so I'm running him over. If he survives the trip, I'll bring him tonight. Otherwise, I won't.
I guarantee he either will or will not survive the trip.
This is an accurate statement.
I love it when people bounce that back at you. Shouldn't have started this sixth album until we got actually going. Too many distractions.
I'll say, Lizardman, I have started doing that to my kids. Like, we either will or will not.
And they
They
give you
get
the dog.
get that big sigh. Dad. It's so satisfying.
It is. It truly is.
Oh boy.
All right, buff should be about done. Let's go
Good
ahead.
MGB haste.
Ah, thank you.
Somebody needs to MTV clairvoyance.
I can give you a C.
Oh, good. Somebody's going to.
There's a couple more coming, so I'll wait a minute.
Nice.
Felix and Gray aren't here yet.
Yeah, I'm just cooking in now. I had to finish up dinner.
Nev, how far are you?
Just didn't want you to miss haste.
You just ended? Okay. You're lagging again, by the way.
He was just roboting.
Nope, it's worse.
Yeah,
Significantly worse.
I don't think he's actually saying anything. He's
That's hilarious.
No, that's significantly worse.
hear me?
Oh,
Yes,
always
now we
remember
are.
that.
Oh, we could hear you the whole time, but we couldn't
damn.
understand you before.
Who's
That was
talking?
my junk speak. Sorry.
But can we ever really understand
Your
him? Come on.
junk.
Don't worry, guys. I put it back to.
Oh, you're so
You just-
terrible.
Blue lizard just.
Care.
Nev's junk
If-
is speaking.
Oh. These people, I
Going to
tell you.
listen though.
His junk speaks English?
Well,
And speaking.
yeah.
I can barely
Not
speak
mine.
English when I'm sober.
What is the sober you're referring to?
It's this thing that the hospital requires me to be, unfortunately.
Oh, poopy. All right, let's get some pulls started. You know how this works. The barbed bone walkers need to be marked.
Don't get boned by a bone walker.
Why they're not premature or something?
No, but the people that hit him before they mark are premature and then dead.
Excellent.
Felix would know from personal experience.
Several
Repeatedly.
times, in fact.
Repeated personal
drink to that.
experience.
It looks like Ambit might be stable-ish, so bringing him.
Oh. Well, then can some other enchanter give me haste? Because I unfortunately missed the MGB.
Don't do it, it's a trap.
Tarp.
I hugged you. Just so
Lovely.
you know.
Don't talk about yourself like that.
Wow,
Because
Nev, why
you're
are you
awesome.
just sending spring hate?
I meant haste, my friend. I can't find my S key.
Okay, Nev is drunk.
He
Can't
totally
even-
is.
He can't even find his own S.
With both hands.
Wouldn't know that's from the hole in the ground.
I love this guild so much.
You people are great.
What do you mean, you people? What's
There
that
it
supposed
is.
to mean?
There it is.
Yes, we are.
I know I am, thank you.
I'm charmed. I don't know if those mobs came in.
I believe they
I
did.
tagged him.
And I believe
Thank
you
you.
did as well.
I mean, you don't just set it to assist Dammy?
I don't think he's here.
Oh.
No, Dummy let us know he's going to be
That would complicate matters a little bit.
stuck at work.
Shit.
Felix is MA.
Guess
It's
so.
already one of them then.
So since we're not worried about it, fully, can we plow?
Yes. My concern, of course, was the mobs just ahead, including the unstable and maggots, and fighting them on the bridge. But we absolutely can. Homer Simpson, Mr. Plow.
Well, it's up to you.
Who said the random damn it?
That was me. I don't have push. I'm on my phone, so I didn't realize I hadn't put push to talk. So the dog, the little dog I'm watching, is starved for attention.
Let's creep up.
I think something creepy's already going on at Itkob's house.
Don't go too far. There's a big patch of about 6 of them there.
Yeah, let's not half wipe the raid again. Oh,
Ah.
okay. Never mind.
Or do.
Unstable zombie, range it, please.
The yellow ones we can mez.
Skyfall, making you main assist.
Back out of your melee. Actually, everybody just back way the hell up.
Range DPS to the unstable.
You mean pull it into the middle of the raid?
Yeah.
Those are words, but those are not the meaning of the words in which I have expressed.
Yeah, if you can punch this back up the ramp, that'd be great.
Or down the ramp.
Or down. Never mind, people are pulling the Red Sea on it.
Do not stand next to the unstable zombie.
Stay out of its way.
Lovely.
Just a reminder for the mages, if you put a bulwark up on your pet, it'll ignore the AE from those, so they can DPS right to the end.
Cool. Thanks for the reminder. I will...
Keep Maggie facing the raid. Do not stand behind Maggie's.
Once those die, we can move up to fuzzy.
Let's do that.
And let's charge the Shadow Maidens.
Did a pet get charmed?
That's a first.
I didn't know that was possible.
And yes,
Everything is possible at Zombocom.
Usually you only see it on extended target if it's feared.
So whoever's clicking with their chanter, can I please get haste?
How about sending one to tell?
I have
Sure.
multiple times. That's not an
Milo,
accurate thing to
Sarah,
say
and
to me.
Fuzzy need cures. Fuzzy needs a cure.
My enchanter never got one.
Kieran Fuzzy.
Yeah, I didn't get any tells.
On Sprung,
I don't think so, did I?
and you
Oh,
people
you
wonder
did.
why I make
I'm
comments
sorry.
about not wanting to be read.
What do you mean, you people?
Yes, I mean you people.
Sorry, I still had Navardian just telling Sprung hate.
It's okay, man.
Hate, please.
Yeah, it's not a butthurt thing. I just want to be able to kill faster.
If I don't end up responding on Sprung, just send another tell to FinDR.
Yeah, that's what I always do. Send a tell to the person I need the buff from. And if I don't get it, send a tell to the main.
Yep.
Just because it's easier for the box to RT to target.
Oh yeah.
We got a screecher bat here.
Murders a bat.
Thank you.
We can begin climbing the spiral
After bat.
after bat.
It'd be very bat to do that before. Alright, let's fly up there. Or slowly saunter.
I like to think of it as sachet.
I like
Oh,
that.
I was doing more of a strut.
Ooh, yeah.
I was stumbling.
It's definitely a Randall.
That was a very bat thing for them to do.
Sissy, why are you in Pepper's bread?
Hmm.
I think Pepper's kind of given that.
One on an eye.
Oh, there is on one on me. That's all. Somebody did.
Anybody out there
We feel
seen
better,
my
though.
corpse? No, 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 bad fun.
Wings so big, those back wing crunchies will feed a whole family. Yes, one box form.
Oh, yeah.
I will join the lizard stream as soon as DoorDash gets here.
Lovely.
Got it named. The mini.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
spawns by Hatchet.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that. It's so dumb.
I mean, we could go clear to Hatchet, but we're not going to.
Nah, we
No,
got
we
a black
have a
Kaya
goal
Plane.
tonight.
Fuzzy is gargoyled.
He's already got a cure on the way.
So is Greg.
All right.
First two they touched, apparently.
Ooh.
Cure, please.
Click through.
Wait.
Kieran and Aaron.
That rhymes.
All right. It was in my way.
Ooh. Hey, your order has been picked up from Panera Bread and your dasher is on the way.
Nice.
Oh, oh. Oh, I think that's the first time that Pickle Fire has worked. I hit for 13,606 and it was not a crit.
Nice.
Woohoo! I wait till I crit for 40k.
It's coming.
That's not all that far away. I can't wait till I crit for 100k. That's a ways away, though. But
Just a
40K
two there.
It's only a couple of
Yep.
expansions away.
No, not this time.
You know you did.
Fuck that, I got escape.
After that ascendant dies, we can move up to the right.
Excellent.
That is to the right.
Yes, please note what the gentleman has spoken to the right.
So go left.
Yep, go left.
Just make sure you
Or,
go all the way left.
and
not
hear
come
me
back.
out, we could not go to the left. We could instead go to the right.
Move up to the right to Fuzzy.
When you get into the ballroom, don't hug the wall on the right. Go out into the center.
That is correct.
Oh.
Only in love with the wall or something?
Nope. We
Got a
hear
shadow
it.
man.
Oh, there we go.
Well, at least being snared, my main moves the same speed as my boxes.
Okay, well, that charm crashed me, so I'll be right back.
All right.
One thing, you left Spring behind. How could you?
Blade made it.
Ariana is Blair Witching in a corner.
I like that reference.
Shouldn't be any KOS mobs in the library.
Let's move in.
It's like a parade.
Death March.
Did they move the book? There we go.
Going through the bookcase. Secret tunnel. But it's through the bookcase instead of through the mountain.
Don't run up the tunnel. There's
Can I get a
pathers there.
Can I get a COH? Because I don't have a key for the bookcase.
You just click on the
We
book.
can open it.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Well,
somebody ran up too
I
far.
also don't know where it is either.
Go to the ballroom at Coven. Just you're in our group. Just follow to where the group is.
Fortunately, I don't have maps on this computer. I suck.
What is that piece of cloth, and do they need it right now?
Well, it's a real raid. Felix is dead.
All right.
Does that mean loots?
Oh my goodness.
Poor Shadow. Felix not.
I didn't even do anything. What the hell was that?
Sooner the spider dies, the better off we are.
I think you were too close.
Yeah, I went the wrong way and died.
Sorry, Felix. I couldn't even target you before you died.
Dude, I got ass blasted in 2
I'm not
hits.
actually dead yet. If you could
Spider.
COH me soon, I might live.
Who is it? If you're in my group, say it in group. Or say your
Double
name.
AN sailing down.
And
Nice.
double A
He's dead.
double N. Or A double N is down too.
Who?
It's bad when you don't even know how to spell your characters' names.
Yeah.
Doug.
Hold here after this dies.
Highly down.
From now on, you really can't run ahead of the puller. Because everything will path and add.
Let's move back away from that door, please. Come back into the library.
Here should be fine now.
Yes, let's move back away from that door, please.
Track mid.
Yeah.
So that means we shouldn't engage all the way up there, right?
So, by moving back here, what I was referring to is...
Moving back here. Oh, I think our food's here because
Yeah.
Cecilia's freaking out. Okay, AFK a minute. Did the doorbell ring?
No, it was knocked.
Oh, okay. Donald is approaching with our order.
Leave it at the door.
I'm blind.
Told you not to drink that wood alcohol.
I was just thinking, we've all played with you for years now. We know that.
I didn't think it would actually do that to me.
Alright, so you're near Boulder, Colorado, right? I think I know a good burn center around where you're at.
I like it.
Get it out of the raid and back towards the door at AEs. Do not push it further into the raid. Quite the opposite. Push it away from the raid.
We can move to the top of the ramp.
We have dead.
We should be doing neither. We should be rezzing the dead and rebuffing.
Okay. Disregard.
An apple?
I'll deal with food later.
Yes, sir.
And yes,
Alright, then I believe all of this is yours.
I'll go back and let Omadon in.
Yeah, thank you. Where's the... Is it a one-way door?
Yeah, well, sort of. There's a book you click on. You need a Judspire crest.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Do we have somebody grabbing Itkovin's corpse?
Where is it?
Don't worry about it. I'm almost back. I'll expedient and you can COH.
I mean, I can get it, no problem.
that's very
It's back by
likely what happened. Yeah.
In the hallway towards the door to the south spire. So up the right ramp and
I seem to not be communicating very well this evening. For some reason.
Oh yeah, I can go get it.
thanks.
When I say back up away from the door, we need to res people. Don't pull the mob into the raid, push it away from the raid. I seem to be failing in these communications. And somehow, it's probably my fault. And perhaps that's what it is. We just need to have a reason to pay attention. Something to startle people awake so we can get it done right. Hopefully this is our moment. Alright, so we've had some time to get people back up. We've had some time to get them rebuffed. There weren't that many dead to begin with. I'm still seeing Itkovian dead, though.
Yeah, I'm bringing him.
Sir.
I thought I wanted to hear Mr. Roboto.
Hmm.
It was so wrong.
Hmm.
So back to Pieces of 8 I go.
Interesting. So let's go ahead and not do that.
Thank you.
It's not letting me turn it down.
You really need to not be doing that.
I don't know why it's not letting me turn it down.
Perhaps turn it off. I don't know what in the world she's doing either.
I'm dying here.
Perhaps you could die more quietly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Anyway.
Alright.
Core Speller or Mordecai, would one of you please COH Ambit? He still doesn't have the strength ability to move on his own without strafing sideways.
Let's try that again.
Thank you.
There. I think we got it. Oh my
Alright, as we're going, we're going to need to be doing this semi-quickly, so if there's any mobs on the other side of the door, I think we're ready for them now. If not, let's go ahead and move up. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's nothing for a bit.
Good, let's move.
You're clear to move to Fuzzy. There's a mob now on top of me, but it's just one. And I'm at the top of the spiral.
More fucking ramps.
There's a spider at the top. That means more
You're at the first
AEs.
stop. Then there's a hallway, and then there's another spiral.
The spider at the top, get it dead. Watch your AEs, heal your group.
The top or the middle one? There's two of them.
You know what to do. You know what's going on.
And more.
Make sure we kill that zombie last, so people can move out of the way.
Spiders first, zombies last.
Somebody needs to get on that monstrosity and get it out of the raid.
Get this spider dead.
What happened to Blade? He just lost 40% health instantly.
Those shamblings just AE the whole time.
Oh.
Res quick, we gotta keep moving. There's no time to rebuff now.
Spider in the back.
Get it dead quick. Might be a party in the front, but we got a spider in the back.
Pull them up and go into this room. Oh no, never mind. There's spiders there. These are respawns.
Remember, spiders and monstrosities, AE. We have to heal through them, try to keep them out of the raid. We don't have to necessarily treat them like the unstables, but we have to be careful. And also be certain that we don't pull them all to the raid.
I don't see any more dead. Do we have any more bodies that need to be raised?
Looks like everybody's alive.
Not the one without avocado. How disappointing. But that's alright, it's still good.
That is unfortunate.
Are we trying not to creep up right here? We're holding.
We can creep. We just got to get these dead as quick as we can.
Looks like 3 more on the way up.
Curse brother, move up. You have something on you.
Everybody should be in the tunnel now. Nobody on the stairs.
Keep on
If you're
creeping.
down at the bottom, you're gonna have to get caught.
Drag their corpses.
So these respawn super quick then?
Yes, they do.
I'll pop down for dragging duty.
Thank
Since I have
you.
no blockers now.
Keep moving.
In the back.
Yeah, move these through, Are we moving into the hallway?
We got 2 drachnids in the back. We respawns. We got to kill.
Yeah, we gotta stay tight here, so everybody's stacked on top of the mob.
How much is that AE?
Keep moving. Stick
Get
together.
hit by the AA all the way down, or AE all the way down here.
Keep moving. Stick together. Drag the dead.
No siren.
Keep moving. Drag the dead.
I'm up top now, Pakara.
Stay away from that. Range it. Unless you got lots of health.
Seem to pop.
Don't run too far up.
Nothing aggro's. You got to activate the event.
Boy, does this ever look familiar.
Coursefeller, would you COH Picara and save you, please?
Oh, this is cool.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, don't try and talk to anybody.
Lizard Man levitation fading. Lizard Man levitation fading. Lizard Man levitation fading.
All right, we've made it. Pay no attention to that man spinning a sword over in the corner. We're not going to be murdering him just yet. So this is an interesting, multi-phased fight, as many of the expansion bosses are. Remind me, it's a 5-minute timer, is it not?
Before he activates, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was 5 minutes. So, as soon as we activate the event, we don't have to worry about the named just yet. But we will have 4 gargoyles. We will have an orc, we will have a spider, and we will have a werewolf. They don't all activate at once, from what I recall.
4 gargoyles activate first.
Mm-hmm. Then I believe the orc, then spider.
Nope, then it's the spider, then it's the werewolf, then it's the orc.
Good time. So these mobs are basically just like their counterparts from below. Just like the trash mobs, the gargoyles do spreading stone, etc., etc. The werewolf charms and all that. But they also have some other kind of nasty effects. The spider being, of course, a heavy dot and DD. Those with Bane weapons. Let me go ahead and say this now. For warriors, rangers, clerics, paladins, rogues, and enchanters, yours, pretty much, are used on this first part of the fight. That's warrior, ranger, cleric, paladin, rogue, or chanter. Warriors and rangers, yours are for the gargoyles. Cleric and paladin, yours are for the spider. Rogue and enchanter, yours are for the wolf. Regardless of where we are on the ads, though, which ideally we're going to get rid of them. But regardless of where we are on that, after 5 minutes, Mayong goes active. Essentially, we need to kill him to win. I know that sounds probably just as difficult as it is. However, a couple of things end up happening during the fight. Do you recall during Red Fang, how after about 4 minutes or so, he spawned a bunch of bats? Well, we have the exact same thing here. They need to get rooted, they need to get mez, they need to get rooted, or they eat us. Rooting kills them. So having that locked down is pretty darn important. Hey, Salem?
Yep.
Would you mind being a caller for the Bane clicks?
Okay, for the ads or Mayong or both?
Yes.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind doing that, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Put X in raid say if you have a Bane weapon.
Everybody's got to be comedians.
Some people have horrible listening skills and instruction following skills.
Some.
There's a
What
couple.
do you mean by some people?
Like people who put it in.
There's one big AE that needs to be considered. I'm sorry, one emote that needs to be considered. It's after 50%. And that's the master raises his sword. When that happens, you need to be behind. You need to be out of his line of sight. Using one of the pillars to dodge would probably do it, as long as you're out of line of sight from him until the emote goes off. Otherwise, you die.
Where are we gonna tank him? Because what we always did on Finny was we used the these crypt things and used that to block. We fought him on the side, and then we used this corner over here where Milo is to block it.
So the crypt itself blocks?
Yeah, this
Mayong's
outcrop of the wall.
Mayong's tanked in this corner here. And then
That's
around
what we did on Finny, yeah.
all the, you got to kind of be careful though, because you don't want the coffin blocks the AE mez and AE roots.
Yeah. I've never used the coffin like that.
But you want to be close to it so you can duck in and use. It's basically this outcropping of the wall here, where this tapestry is. This wall blocks it. So if you're behind this crypt thing, you're behind the wall, and so you're out of line of sight. But you want to be out for the bats, kind of out here.
Interesting.
I have 2 questions, if I may.
All right, go ahead.
Number 1, can I click from the bag?
At least that's the way we did it on Finny, and I'm pretty sure Salen's suggesting the same
on
thing.
my cursor, correct?
Yeah, that's the way we did it.
Yes.
If somebody else has a better idea, then by all means.
No,
that's just the way we
that
did it.
actually sounds better than the way I've done it before. The way I've done it before was actually using this ramp right here, and you had to go up and down the ramp. But yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, the only thing you didn't want is people behind the coffin when the bats came.
Yeah.
So if you've got Mayong pinned kind of right in here, then even this would block line of sight kind of on the side too, instead of this corner.
All right, so for positioning, I'll go ahead and turn myself into a skelly. You should see Lizardman right here dancing around. Hopefully you do. I am likely northeast of the majority of the raid. This corner in which Anurin is standing right now, that I'm moving in and out from, is where Mayong needs to be kept. Because if you want to do anything to him, obviously you need line of sight. So you can move in, do what you need to do, or move out and be out of line of sight. You see how I'm moving in and out depending on what I want to do. Healers, casters, of course. Casters will have to move in and out, but healers, of course, can stay pretty much on this wall here if things go well, and be out of line of sight from all of his fun stuff. When it comes to tanking and dealing with Mayong, that is.
I still have one more question.
Go ahead.
When do I quit? When do I click?
When Salen
How are we
tells
gonna
you.
decide who triggers them?
Good deal.
Give me just a second to go over a couple other things, and then we'll go over that.
Okay.
So, again, we've got a 5 minute. As soon as we trigger the event, we've got a 5-minute timer where we have to take out the 4 gargoyles. We've got to take out the spider. If we can, take out the werewolf. And I doubt we're going to get to the orc, but we could. For those of you with Bane weapons, specifically those of you who have not done this before, which I realize at least half of you have not done this before. I get it. I realize this can be a stressful time. Do not panic. Salen is going to call your name when it is your time to do so. From what I recall, you do not have to have this Bane weapon equipped in order to use it. You can
It
click it
says
from a
must
bag.
equip on the cast if you look at the item.
Does it?
Yeah. I was pretty sure we had to equip them, but
All right. So
it
be
says
it.
must equip on the item, so
That must have. All right. I remember having it in a bag, but maybe something has changed at some point. You know how they like to fix things 20 years later.
maybe that's not a bad idea, Aaron. Because there's no coffin in the way here, right?
Not this time, I think, though.
So, ideally, we're taking, when it comes time to him, taking him in this corner. You're going to joust out as needed and go back in. That way, we're really close and uptight when it's time for bats. Because, again, bats every 2 minutes. Bats, a mez, root, all that fun stuff. Equip and click your Bane when you are called. Each one of the Banes does a different thing. The most fun of the Bane weapons, in my opinion, of course, are going to be for the Mage and Wizard, which do about, I think, 8-9% damage on this guy. Just straight damage to his entire health.
From what I remember on Finney, it was only about 4, but hopefully it's 8.
Hey, we're going to find out.
So 2 other things to note. The Shadow Knight and SK, or Shadow Knight and Berserker Banes can only be used on Vulnerable, which is 1 click, and Bard and Beast Lord can only be used on Distracted, which is 3 clicks. So, but I'll make up a list of who's clicking when, kind of.
Perfect. Now, there's one other thing that needs to be addressed. And I realize this is kind of screwing some people when it comes to this. And for that, I apologize. I feel that we have cleared this zone more times than we probably should have to be getting our first time at the Master of Dreadspire. But if you have turned in all 4 blockers, depending on the order in which you turn them in, and the phrases that were used when you turn them in, you were essentially selecting a loot item. If you have done this, and if you have selected an item that's actually going to work, you know how that, all that sort of thing. If you are the one who triggers the event, it will allow you to get a special loot item when this is done. Very similar to the way it was in Ingtuta, where we bid out an item at the very start, and then we went through some text throughout the event, and you get the loot at the very end. I believe we should bid that opportunity for this loot item before we start the event.
Question.
The loot item isn't. It's anybody in the raid could loot it, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Yes.
really, we should be bidding for the title.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's a second chest.
Correct.
It's a loot. Yeah.
Bid for the title and then just do regular DKP
Ah,
for the
I
actual
see.
loot.
We have to make sure we know which ones we have available.
See, that's not the way I've always handled it before, because if, let's say, I were to select it and it was the Melee 2.5 page, that's going to be basically unfair to anybody who can't have a Melee 2.5 page.
Well, the thing is, not everybody has blockers, right? So you're kind of leaving people out for that bonus loot.
Oh, you are correct.
So I selected my sayings, my phrases for the title, and I also picked the Melee 2.5 page because I know that's going to be one of the ones that's most wanted because that increases actual damage for the raid rather than mine just gives me 30 mana or something. So I don't really care too much about the cleric one. So if I was going to try to bid for the page, it wouldn't even do any good for me.
Yeah, I did the same. I didn't take the hybrid page or an item I would use. I just wanted a different title, but whatever you guys decide is fine. But
Personally, I would say roll for the title, and then we bid the loot as normal. That would be my suggestion.
I agree with Milo on that.
Everybody has blockers, so you can turn in.
But yeah,
Right.
you would only roll if you have turned everything in and are going to get a title from it. You got to be prepared for that part. Or
And you have to make sure that you gave the right responses.
No, the rolling
to
makes
these
sense. I'm
mobs.
talking about the bidding to do it, because yeah.
There was a problem I had with the first one. I was able to go back and give them the right response.
Seems too complicated. I don't like it.
The other thing
We
about
should
having the
list
people
out
have
who
blockers
has-
and phrases set up and doing a roll is it randomizes what loot comes out.
All right.
Something else to keep in mind is, as far as I know, you can only trigger this fight once.
That is correct.
If you defeat him, right?
Correct.
So if we trigger him and defeat him, that person can't trigger the fight again. So something else to keep in mind.
Right. Well, the person that has the stuff rolls. They get to trigger it. They get the title if we win. But the rest of this, yeah.
That being said, if you have all 4 blockers, we are going to random 999. Random 999 for the title. Please do so now. Highest will get it.
Damn, Milo.
The one time Milo doesn't fucking Milo roll it.
No, I Milo rolled it.
Someone will roll a 962. You know that.
No, I think this is pretty much it. Thought I was good at 826.
There it is.
No, give it to Milo because I didn't do all the responses.
You can go
I
back
just
and
wanted to
read your
crush Milo's dream.
responses. Just to be clear about that.
No, honestly, my dreams are crushed if no one beats me at this point.
Damn it.
And Shadow Killer did beat me.
Oh.
You have blocker, Shadow?
Artero, you don't have a Bane?
I am not going to trigger it because I need to change one of my answers. I was looking through my logs last night to verify. I need to change one of my answers. So
I'll have to go with you because I think I only did answers on like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I didn't say anything to anyone.
Oh, boy.
I just turned them in. I was too tired. I was like, whatever, I don't understand this.
So do we need to show a hand to those that are certain they did the responses right?
I know I said mine right.
All right, then.
You should have rephrased that, Liz, to people that actually are ready for the title and everything else.
I'm
that
pretty
have
sure he
blockers
did say
roll.
that, but, things get a little confusing.
Well, that's why I did it late and right away said, give it to Milo.
You just want to fuck with me.
Same.
Yep.
So, executive decision time. Here we go. Findiar, you are the highest roller. Are you certain of your answer?
I am certain I'm passing.
Shadow Killer, you are the second highest roller. Are you certain of the answers you've chosen?
no, I got to go change them or make sure they're correct.
Milo, you are the third highest roller. Are you certain of the answers you have chosen?
Absolutely.
Then we're going with Milo. Are there any objections?
It's gonna
I mean,
be
other
really
than the
paid
normal
between-
objections to Milo as a person, no.
Confirm. Milo's gonna be the one triggering the event.
It's the Melee 2.5 page is the one that I selected for, so. Anyone who's a melee may be happy.
Tentatively.
You gotta win, but
So,
let's kill this fucker.
recap on how the event goes. Milo's going to trigger the event. 4 gargoyles are going to activate. We need to get them off tanked and kill them one by one. Salen is going to call out if you need to click anything. If you are called to click, you need to have the item equipped.
I have a question.
Hold on
When we
just a
did-
moment.
Okay.
Hopefully we're going to get through as many of those as we possibly can, killing them as quickly as we possibly can. I think this would be a good time to be burning things down so that we have just the master and or orc when it's time for him. We're going to take out the mobs as quickly as possible. After 5 minutes, master aggroes, we bring him to the corner. You stay out of line of sight unless you're actively doing DPS. When it comes time for bats, we mez, we root. Root kills them. Bats happen every 2 minutes. After 50% is when the AE death comes out for anybody in line of sight. I'll try to call it every time I see it. Again, Salen is going to be calling for some people to be clicking their Bane weapon, which you must have equipped, and be in line of sight of him in order to click. Now, there was a question.
Yeah, when I did this on Finny, I remember we used Banes on some of the minis.
We're going
That
to.
we, like-
I'll just explain
Okay.
that.
That's
Okay,
correct.
sorry.
I didn't want to overcomplicate it, so instead I chose somebody who's very familiar with the event and put all of that burden on him.
Excellent. I was just thinking about that because we burned like 2 of them down like immediately.
Yes.
We're going to put 3 down pretty quick. 3 gargoyles.
And
Yeah. Okay.
the
cool.
less we have to complicate it, the better off we probably are. Because again, more than half of the people here have not done this before. And I'd really like to try to secure us a first-time win. Because running back up here is not possible, basically.
A couple other things to be mindful of is the orc has a knockback, so the warrior that gets hit has to be careful, and he might stun too. So he can kind of launch you. A spider roamer will respawn at some point, and if anybody is up at the back where we came in, it'll probably aggro him. It looks like he's actually there right now, so we could kill him before we start if we wanted.
Let's do it.
Ads will also spawn during the fight and come down. Gargoyle, or they're usually stunnable. I think we used to have Pallies tank them out in the middle where we are now, and range DPS would kill them. Like
I think you
skeletons,
could off-root them too. I think.
skeletons and zombies. Yeah, I think I'm not. You can do whatever you want. I'm not. We used to kill them, but. So the 4 tanks are. I'm guessing me and the 3 warriors are going to be tanking the gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on Salen's gargoyle, whichever that one ends up being, Siren, Skyfall, Canaris, and Navardian and Fuzzy will all use their Banes, and he will die instantly, pretty much.
Which mob was that? Sorry.
Well, we haven't assigned a mob yet, but whichever one I get assigned. For Lizardman, Godhands will use his Bane, and Lizardman will also use his Bane on his gargoyle. Artero, Dremery, and Pakara will all use Banes on his, which should leave him at about 5%, and he should die right fast. And then Anurin will use his Bane on his gargoyle, which will only knock down about 15%. When the spider goes active, whoever's assigned to tank that, it's usually a Pally. Ulgar and Darku can use their Banes on the spider. We will have...
Doesn't Pally Bane do the same thing?
Yeah, I don't think a Pally has a Bane, no. Or I never saw an X in Raid indicating a Pally had a Bane.
Did Kobe not have one?
I don't think
I
so.
do not have a Bane, no.
Okay.
Is there any rogues with a Bane?
Dami.
Just Dami? Okay. So my Enchanter will use his Bane on the Werewolf. He's the only Bane for the Werewolf. And then my SK and my Zerker will use their Banes when Mayong is vulnerable, and then we only have one Bane for distracted, which is Kristana. But when we get further into the fight, your Banes will come up after 8 minutes. So about 3 minutes into fighting Mayong, the Banes will come back up, and we'll start to use those ones that were used already. We can use them again. So you'll just send me a tell when your Bane comes up, and I'll put you on the list. Clear as mud? Do you want me to go over that again?
No, that's more than enough information.
When do the mages use their banes?
When they are
Mages and
told.
wizards, yeah, after usually at 25%, we use mages and wizards because then you just flat out kill him when he starts to charm.
When they're told.
Right. So depending on how fast we get through everything, we could take a chance and have the mages and wizards use their banes on one of the ads. And then we should have them back up when Mayong gets to 25%. But I will
It's a
let you make that call.
12-minute refresh.
Is it 12? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 4 mages and wizards. Does that mean we could hit him at like 30?
Yes. Well, you have to have, he has to be vulnerable or distracted. Yeah,
Salem.
I know it says 8%, but I only seem to remember him doing 4 for wizards and mages. But
Salem.
Yeah.
Do you have your list?
I do.
Excellent.
I'll run over it again.
Very good.
I think it
So,
would probably help people if it was typed in raid chat.
Okay.
Salen, I'm going to ask you to tank K. He's marked with a number 1. Artero, I'm going to ask you to tank R. He's marked with a number 2. Anurin, I'm going to ask you to tank or letter Y. He's marked with a number 3.
I don't see the numbers on them, but
I will tank X. He is not marked. The only one who is not.
I think he did a group mark instead of a raid mark, maybe.
Let's try it again.
There we go. All right, I'll run through the Bane clicks and I'll type it in raid chat.
Once Salen has his Bane click list posted, we're going to go ahead and get this started. Just to keep things simple, because simple is better for doing this for the first time, because it can be very easy to get overloaded on it. We got 4 Gargs, we got a Spider, we've got a Wolf, and we've got an Orc. We've got 5 minutes till the named. We're going to get down as many as possible. We're going to pull the name to the corner. Bats every 2 minutes. Please make sure you have your root loaded. Make sure you have any Mez spell loaded. The bats
Who
need
is
to be
taking
rooted.
Arkazi?
Artero, I believe.
Artero? Okay.
And tanking Mayong will be whoever's up at that point.
We'll call it out with plenty of time. Some things need to be done on the fly because things might not go as planned.
And bats don't start popping until Mayong goes active, right?
That's
40
correct.
4 minutes after 80% is what I remember.
Only during Mayong phase, yes.
He has to be taken to a certain health. When he's 100%, he doesn't spawn bats.
Yeah. Sometimes less information can be less confusing.
All right, does anybody have a question on their Bane?
Very good. Anurin, are you ready?
Just give me a second here. Where do we want? You gonna pull the gargoyles into the middle?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuzzy just crashed.
Do you want me to grab that roamer ad?
Yes. Let's go ahead and bring it in.
Hey, Salen, the same. We're gonna use the same AE Mez as Redfang.
Yeah.
All right.
He's not there. He must be down below.
Illusion fates on Lizard Man.
Artero, are you ready?
Remember, you have to have Banes equipped.
When it's time to click them, yes.
Probably want to use them for the DPS anyways.
Not
some of them are.
everybody
do not have,
is DPS.
It's Bane is the Dark Lord only, so Mayong only. So the Bane damage doesn't work on. I don't think on the ads in the event. You can test it though.
Use your Bane when it's time to equip your Bane when it's time to use it.
What you'd activated?
Yeah. So all Rangers, Warriors, Monks, Necros are going to use their Banes immediately.
When called. Are we going to be able to pull that last mob in?
It wasn't there, so it was. Let's see if it's coming here now. It's a monstrosity. I'll tank it here.
Range DPS to monstrosity, please. Range DPS. Again, this is not something to panic about. We're going to be just fine. And even if we have to recover it, we have a plan for that. Milo, we are ready for you to trigger the event. Tanks, please have your mob targeted, ready to click.
I just go up and hail them?
Yeah, and there'll be a phrase to say.
That's correct. You'll follow the text.
Ha ha ha, mortal, have you come for fat loots? Sorry.
For cool audio.
Y'all ready?
We are ready.
Come on, come on, let's go.
Alright, spawning it. Curing and Urn. Get those cures out to people. Curing our terror.
Salen's mob is in.
Are we having assist targeting issues?
All right, the Banes that are assigned to Salen's mob can go. Siren, Skyfall, Canaris, Neferdian, Fuzzy. Let's. Don't waste it if it's going to die.
Lizard Man needs cure.
Curing Urn. Somebody cure your lizard man.
I got it.
A lizard man.
Whoa, that wolf came out.
Wolf needs active.
Charmed.
Let's get the wolf tank. Who's got our wolf?
Lizard Man needs cure.
Kill the gargoyles.
Need somebody else tanking the wolf.
Spider is active. Kill the gargoyle.
Way faster than it used
Lizard
to
Man
be.
needs cure.
That is not supposed to be that fast yet.
That's why we learn by doing.
That's correct. Nothing to panic about. Just work through it.
Armax down.
Armac down.
Have all monks,
Lizard Man needs
rangers,
cure.
warriors, and necros used their banes?
Yes.
Aye.
Threw me in the pit.
I'm dead.
I'm stuck in a statue.
Vindiar dead.
Yeah, I got.
The orc's up. This is way faster.
I'm still charmed.
One
Lizard
more
man
guard
needs
to
cure.
kill.
Lizard man needs cure.
Lizard man D, I faded.
Oh, guess not.
Let's get that other guard dead.
Cross seals to group 4 until Armac gets up.
Sproing is dead. All Chanters are dead.
Blind.
I'm on the werewolf. Oh,
Try to
I'm
camp
good.
out.
Yeah, you're gonna camp somebody out.
I got Sanctuary, 20 seconds left.
Yeah, Ninmit tried to get out. Lost it at 1 second.
I'm at 5. Milo's out.
Very good.
I'm dead.
I'm assuming all that craziness will reset, correct?
Oh, yes.
I think it was the werewolf that was chewing through clerics.
So everything spawns. Everything seems to spawn like twice as fast as it should. Like the spider doesn't usually go active for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. The werewolf doesn't go active for like a minute after the spider.
Yeah, we were delayed because one of the gargoyles stood up there for a while. For like
it wasn't that long.
25. It was like 20, 25 seconds, it seemed.
Did we use our bands too slow?
I would
So-
almost argue the opposite.
What we're going to do.
I think some people used the Banes when they weren't supposed to.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to get everybody rezzed up. We're going to get rebuffed. And then we're going to go at this again. And we're going to use a slightly different tactic. The only way to truly know how something is going to work and whether it has changed is to actually do it. We've done it. We see that old ways that we have done before aren't going to work. But our new way will. So, nothing to worry about. We're waiting on this to reset, and once it's reset, we'll go ahead and start the recovery process.
I remember having to call the clicks one at a time because everybody click at the same time. You only get one.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's part of how we're going to handle things differently this time.
Good to come back in.
No. Yes. It just reset. Now it's safe to come back in.
Alright, come back in.
Assuming you didn't camp out in the hallway we came up originally.
I was next to one of the pillars in the middle of the room.
Did that Jacknet stay in the ballroom? There was an ad in there.
It does not appear so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you only have 30 seconds between the wolf and the spider.
Yeah, I'm remembering like 2 gargoyles died within like seconds.
Yeah, they
And
got to be
then-
dead real fast because you got 30 seconds between each named.
Yeah, I mean the gargoyles literally have to like go down instantaneously. It felt like they just were obliterated.
Yeah. We did okay though. First to go.
Reses have started. Just be patient. We're going to get this win.
Invite, please.
I can't do that until after I've either been resed or, well, I'll go ahead and zone through. Milo was the only one needing the invite, correct? Good. I'm going to change Ulgar and Hefe. I want... the reason I'm doing that, just for clarity's sake, is even though I have complete faith in Ulgar's abilities to help keep that group alive, Cleric group heals are much better than Druid group heals.
Yeah, because we don't have them.
Yeah, what?
Exactly. And since we do have some AEs, it'd be better to have a Cleric in that group. And Ulgar can still single target help heal in his group, his new group.
Did somebody name change mid-raid? Who is Tyronica?
That's one of Skyfall's.
The last raid.
I just don't remember seeing that name.
If you zoned through, once you zone back in, please re-shrink. And I know I've said this before, but there's a lot of different ways to accomplish any task. The goal, of course, is finding the one that's going to work for us. And that's what we're doing here. So thanks for being patient while we learn.
I spent the majority of that last fight charmed, so I couldn't heal anybody.
That's all right. We're going to handle it even better this time.
Excuses.
Outside of Rolly, we've pretty much tore through the zone, so I don't feel too bad about this being our learning curve.
Absolutely not. There should not be you shouldn't feel bad at all about an expansion boss who the vast majority of people have never seen taking 2, even 3 tries.
I'm stuck in the wall. Can I get a cough?
Sure.
Thank you.
I got Navardi in group 2. We can get him COTH, please, when you get mana. I realize it costs mana to do, so.
Thank you. I'm good.
Unfortunately, Gambit's MGB is down.
Mine's up. I'll do clarity right away.
Thank you.
Alright, I can do haste in a little bit.
Very good. In the meantime, I'm going to eat part of my tuna salad sandwich.
Can I bring Germary back in, Wizard?
Yes, please.
So every group has been symboled. If you want oak, ask your friendly neighborhood druids as they have mana. If you'd rather have conviction, please send me a tell individually.
Thank you, Milo. So here's a few things that we picked up and or learned during this last round. First of all, these 4 gargoyles do not spawn at the same time. The ones to our east activate nearly immediately after the event is triggered. The ones in the west do not. They aggro approximately 30 seconds later. In addition, we'll need to individually call out the names of people who need to use their Bane weapons one by one, just to ensure that there's no confusion on that. 30 seconds approximately after the second round of 2 gargoyle spawns, we get our wolf friend. About 30 seconds later, we get our spider friend. And about 30 seconds later, we get our orc friend. And then approximately 3 minutes later, could be less, we have the named go active. That's why coordinating to get those mobs as dead as possible, as quickly as possible, is as important as possible. The AEs were a big problem last time, so tanking them in the center is not a good idea. In order to fix that, our kill order needs to be precise. And by that I mean the tank on R and Y, which I believe was Artero and Anurin, are the ones who are going to be picking up the wolf and the spider. Whereas once we kill the next gargoyle, which will either be mine or Salen's, we'll be picking up the orc. I would think that Salen would be the next one, so that my gargoyle is the last to die, freeing up a...
You want a warrior on the orc for sure.
You think so?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Alright,
he hurt.
so that'll...
He hit real hard.
Alright, so that'll free up... We'll kill mine third. Yes, Navardia. We're calling out individually by name. We might be calling them quickly, but we are going to call people out by name on when to click. So that means R is the first one to die. Y is the second one to die.
And Artero was on R.
X is the third one to die. And K will be the fourth one to die. Now, in order to free you up, Salen, would you rather have a Pally tank this fourth gargoyle?
Free me up for what?
For calling out Banes.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to change the Banes, though, a little bit.
That's fair.
Because we were killing one at each end, and that didn't work out.
Yep, perfectly fine. As long as we call them out individually, one at a time, we're fine. When it comes time for the orc and the spider, I would like to have the spider tanked back over in this general vicinity on this half, right? Not too far from where he spawned. Whereas the orc tanked on this general half, not too terribly far from where he spawned. Keeping in mind that the orc is going to G-flux and fling you about. If you're tanking over in, let's say, this general-ish area, you're going to get flung hopefully towards a corner.
Where did you see Spider? I'm sorry.
Spider not far from where he spawns, in a solid corner, like over in this general vicinity.
Thank you.
You should be able to pull him relatively easy over here, mitigating some of his effects on the raid. Whereas the orc can probably be pulled over in this general direction, and although his AE isn't frontal, it is going to focus you more towards a corner than out into the raid.
The wolf tank's likely going to get charmed, by the way, so you might want to have 2 ready for that. Coven.
Absolutely. Itcoven is going to be the second and or first tank on the wolf. Technically it is resistible, but no, you won't resist it. It's 450 disease to even have any hope of doing it, and you still probably won't. Putting Menelaus in group 2. Will you please COH him, Mordecai?
It's going to be MGB, guys.
Yeah, haste will be MGB'd in just a moment. I'm being lazy and waiting till my Zerker's there.
That's not lazy, it's just efficient.
I'll drink to that.
Liz, I'm gonna write out a tank order. Can you? I know which warriors are assigned to what for the gargoyles. What did you say after for the wolf, orc, and spider?
I think I missed something of what you were saying. Can you ask again?
I'll send you a tell.
Sorry, I just wasn't picking up what you were putting down there. Alright, once we get just a little bit more mana, we can do a quick recap on how it's supposed to work, and then we'll be good.
Well, while we're waiting on that, why don't you figure out who the next person to start this is?
No, Milo can still do it.
Can he? Okay.
He's not locked out until we win.
For the gargoyles on R, the first gargoyle that pops, the one on the left of the stage, it'll be Artero, Dremery, and Pakara. That should leave the mob at 5%.
Will you please COH Menelaus?
I'll call your names when we start. On the Y mob, which Anurin will be tanking, Anurin, Siren, Skyfall, Canaris, and Fuzzy will use your Banes. It should die instantly. Then on Lizardman's, which is X, it will be Lizardman's, Godhands, and Navardian. That should leave the mob at 30%. And we'll kill that, and then Salen's will be at 100%. We will have to melee down.
Thank you.
All right, MGB haste going out.
Thank you. And thank you, Anoran, for getting that posted, and thank you, Salen, for the help with calling out the clicks.
For sure.
I know it's a somewhat tedious thing, but just for absolute clarity, individually call each name but as they need to click it, please.
It's going to be quick.
Then speak quickly.
It'll be like clicks, Artero, Dremery, Picara. Boom, boom, boom.
There needs to be a delay between them, or it might not work.
When we pulled it last time, the first one just got crushed. I don't think there's any delay, but I can give a pause between.
Put a whale in between those boom boom booms.
One banana Artero.
You're welcome to have your banana out there as much as you think is appropriate.
Wow.
So who's on Ziamoka again, as far as Banes?
That's the X. Lizardman, Godhands, and Navardian.
Thank you.
Now, when you click the Bane, it only shows up as doing 1 damage, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. I've never clicked mine on these, so
Are you going to call for the Banes? The Bane?
I will.
Okay.
That's the most important.
It's going to be fast though, so you'll need to have it equipped right at the start of the fight.
That's fine.
Skyfall, are you clear on the kill order? Because I still have you marked as main assist.
Yeah, sure, no.
RYXK.
Let me write this down. Hold on 1 second. RYXK. And then from there?
I'm not sure if he wants the spider or the wolf dead first.
The wolf?
I'm thinking the spider, yeah.
Yeah. Usually
Okay,
kill the
the
spider
wolf?
first. Spider, wolf, orc.
Next week, the spider will be almost dead from Banes.
Hope so.
That would be lovely.
Then I'm going to assume MM?
Yes.
Yeah. He does rampage too, so you need a rampage tank on him. Usually had the rampage tank pull Mayon.
All right. Round 2 is about to begin. Is anybody not ready to make this happen? And Worthing, I didn't see when you said that, so are you here?
He just said it, so.
Excellent.
And don't pull, if you're a warrior, don't pull with your Bane weapon because they'll summon you. I'm assuming we're still pulling the gargoyles into the middle and then fighting the other ads on the outside.
Yeah, there's no reason to not pull him in.
Where's the orc being tanked?
Close to his spawn in the cubby next to him. Not Mayong cubby.
So the one...
Yeah, right around where Anurin is.
Okay.
And the spider, likewise. Over here-ish should be just fine for the spider.
The whoever's tanking the orc, he does a knockback, so you want to make sure he doesn't knock you all the way across the room.
Exactly. But it's mostly, even though it's not frontal, it knocks you wherever he's facing, generally speaking. So that's why I wanted him tanked in a solid-ish corner. And that's going to be me.
Okay.
Salen, you said who was banning Y?
Y is Anurin, Siren, Skyfall, Canaris, and Fuzzy.
Okay.
We should be able to kill those first 2 gargoyles in about 10 to 15 seconds.
Very good. Alright, so our main assist is ready. The Banes are ready. The Bane Caller is ready. Anurin, are you ready?
Yes.
Artero, are you ready? Itkovian, are you ready for the wolf when it's time?
Yes.
Salen, are you ready?
You betcha.
Lovely. Worthing, have you returned to us?
Worthing, come back. You can blame it all on Nev.
Hey.
Safe place I was.
Love will be crying.
Because we like Worthing's DPS, he's not their only DPS by any means. But because we like his DPS, we're going to wait just a moment to give him a chance to get back.
Can I ask one quick question?
I hope so.
42.
So you said, just to make sure, you said Lizard is gonna to Bane X, but Lizard is tanking K? Just clarifying.
Oh, did you change the tank order?
Negative. Same mob.
Salen's on K, Lizard was on X.
Okay, I was just reading Endurance Tell in Raid.
It doesn't. Yeah, just for Bane weapons, just assist the MA anyway.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
Thanks for mentioning it. All right. I do believe it's time.
I'm going to start on Y because that's the one I got to bane anyways. That's
No.
fine.
No.
Because you're not baning right away, you're going to start on K. We should kill the first two before the second two even spawn, so.
Correct. Follow the plan. We've planned the work. Now let's work the plan.
Okay, so we killed A before we started in Y.
You follow your
Or
main
R.
assist because the main assist knows the kill order. And the main assist is going to follow the plan.
We're basically going to kill R almost instantly. Should have like 5% to DPS. Y should die from all the Banes. Shouldn't even have to DPS him.
Just follow your main assist.
I just thought we were going to start with the bands on Y right away. So, all right, glad we cleared that up.
Right, which is why I was going to say if I just start on him since I'm baning him.
No, you're not going to do the Banes till. You're not going to do the Banes on Y until the first one's dead.
What part of wait?
We're going to follow our main assist. Our main assist knows the kill order. And that's going to go just fine if we do this. Hopefully everybody's clear. Right, Skyfall?
Yeah, there's mud.
Excellent. Milo, please trigger the event.
Wait, oh, is it ready? Okay.
Worthing's back.
Coming. Doom.
Thanks. Pick up your mobs.
Okay. Artero, Bane. Dremery, Bane. Pikara, Bane. Anurin, Bane. Siren, Bane. Skyfall, Bane. Canaris, Fuzzy. We're on X. Lizardman, Bane. Godhands, Bane. Navardian, Bane.
Why did Y not die?
Raid kill Y.
And somebody used their.
Raid kill X. Anurin on A.
Wolf is up. Coven Charmed.
Carrying Salem.
Spider in 10.
Cure Salen.
Carrying Salem.
DPS on Kargly.
Much better. Stay focused.
Orc in 10.
Cure Salen. When we're on the spider, Algar and Dark Hue. Algar and Dark Hue, use your Banes.
Artero's meds.
Cure Salen.
I'm down.
We need another tank on the wolf.
Hey, Jalen, it's landing now.
Omadon's on the wolf.
I'm on the wolf for now.
On the werewolf. Sorry,
DPS is on the
that's
spider.
You probably want to back me up though.
Algar and Darku, if you have your Banes, use them on the.
I already did one.
Okay.
Me too.
Backing up on the wolf now. Taunts are in.
You should be killing Spider. Wolf, sorry, Wolf.
No, spider.
Spider. Ani, yeah. Ali with Oxenfree.
Follow your assist.
I wrote that shit down for a reason.
Sorry, Lizard, couldn't help it.
We good, man.
That's a long cooldown on Bane.
Confirm.
You should have a res on Ambit too, by the way.
Thank you.
Young is live in 2 minutes.
Burn DPS now. Use your burn. Yep.
Healing arm.
First DI on it. Oh, he's got one.
I didn't know Steel came back.
That spider really needs to die. We got 1 minute left.
Wolf next.
My enchanter has Rampage from the Orc.
Only charmed. Switch to Icky.
$40 seconds until named.
Do you want me ready to pick it up?
Yeah. You're ready to take it, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Artero should tag for Rampage, probably.
Anurin is going to
over
be
on the wolf.
first tank on Mayong. Anurin first tank on Mayong.
I'll take over secondary tank on the wolf if Artero does Rampage.
Benurin or Artero, how's your reptile looking?
5 seconds on Mayo.
Mayong activating soon. Be ready. Mayong is active.
Oh, we got music.
Right?
We need to kill the wolf.
Ten seconds on my charm.
I don't see a reason to mess with the orc. We can get red on Mayong, don't you?
Do we want MGBs?
Charm's off.
Yeah.
Salem
Lizard man
is charmed.
deactivated.
Hey, Kovian down.
Working on it.
Need to dispel Mayong.
I got it. On me.
MGB Paragon, please. Very good. As soon as that wolf's dead, get on Mayong.
Charmed.
Hey, Kovian, I'm calling you. 0% res.
Lizard man deactivated.
Where do we go, boss? On Mayong?
Mayong, leave the orc. Ad is up. We need that ad taken out. It's in the middle of the raid.
Leave it on at Cova and everybody else get away from it.
He has no buffs right now, by the way.
I got it.
Back to Mayong.
No pets. Pets will have to be gone before Death Touch starts.
Like, dismiss them or just regroup them?
Dismiss them, because if they take the Death Touch, the way the Death Touch works, it'll get everybody.
Can we move the orc to like the other side of the room? Because I'm getting bounced up when I'm trying to heal. Thanks, that's super.
I have ramp on the orc.
All right, so if a distracted comes up, it's going to be Kristana. If a vulnerable comes up, it's going to be Salen.
I need another healer over on Lizard Man. Nimit can't do it.
I'm tossing it to you.
I'm helping.
Thank you.
You cannot wait for me to tell you to click. If it's distracted, it's Kristana.
I do not have the bat timer.
No, me neither.
Doesn't have to be at 96 or like below 80.
One of the
Refreshing Lizard's DI.
Thank you.
Does this mean we also should not be using rampaging?
I believe it's at 75%.
There's a spider ad.
Spider on Lizard.
Coming.
Got it.
Thank you.
Should we not be using rampaging?
It'll be okay. That part will be okay.
Taking 15% more melee
I just got a bat timer for 3 minutes.
Thank you. Let us know when it gets to 30 seconds.
Got it. I don't know how accurate it is, but I had a Geno window pop up.
Yeah, I got the same timer.
It might be accurate. It might not. We're going to act as if it is. We're still learning as we go, so stay focused. We're going to be just fine.
If Kristana's Bane goes
Lizard Man
in
DI faded.
on a distracted, his bat timer will be increased by 30 seconds.
My wood faded. Do we want another cast?
Not yet.
Do Virga Olgar, do we have a boon down right now or no?
No.
I'll drop mine.
Thank you. Thank you for staying focused.
Druids, make sure you got your roots up for bats.
Yeah, doing alright.
I'm almost out of mana.
Lizard Man's having
Make
issues.
More healers.
MGB Paragon again, please.
Want that folks switch focus to Lizard Man?
Get a cripple on that.
Distract. Kristana, click. You got 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nope.
Fail.
Were you able to click?
Name, ad is up. Get it handled. Range DPS. Range DPS ad.
That's 1 minute.
Can we get a cripple on the orc? Is that possible?
Need to know if the bard clicked their Bane.
It wouldn't let me click.
Was it equipped?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Geo has to be line of sight.
Yes.
Yes.
Bats in 20 seconds.
Bunch up by named. Be ready for bats. We're okay.
The Anurin.
Says 5 seconds.
You root bats or
Root bats.
If bats spawn, root them.
You gotta DI come into anger.
Looks like the timer was wrong. You do not need to be bunched up at the moment, but you can be.
I'm gonna start a timer at 75%.
Very good. What do you think about breaking off and messing with this orc?
I would think it would be easier if we could get
Shambling's up.
Take out the ad. Once the ad is dead, we're switching DPS to the orc.
Yeah, I got him.
There should be 3 unburnable, right? Or is that distracting?
3 undistracted. We don't have any to use, so just Kristana on a distracted, and then we got nothing else right now.
Switch to the orc, correct?
Switching to orc. King in the orc. I do not have any endurance left. I won't be able to pull much aggro. But I've been, oh crap. It's been turned.
You've been beating on it a while.
Yeah. Been beating on it with a shield.
Distracted.
Kristana, click.
Ding.
That worked.
That should delay the bats 30 seconds.
Here's a hoping. We use
Probably
both of
gonna
our
get bats
paragons,
while we're
yes?
killing the orc.
Yeah, mine's down.
Okay, just checking. Make sure you keep an urn up. Don't let him get nommed.
Any time left on your boon, Finn?
Vulnerable.
Nothing. No clicks left.
20 seconds. Unboon.
I'm dropping my boon.
I thought I mentioned that it was okay. Don't worry about it.
That was after I had killed him, after someone said we had.
We got an ad.
Switch DPS to the ad.
I got it.
Get it down quickly. It's an AE.
My Zerker still has MGB Warcry up, so whenever you want that, let me know.
Thank you. That won't be yet.
Bats may be in about a minute.
Let's try to get the orc dead. And Nah, never mind.
Possibly about 20 seconds.
Is there an enchanter over by the orc? I got mine by Mayong.
Yes. No, but I'm heading there now.
Box got launched behind one of the crypts. Please move it out so that that can be seen if they pop.
Need a dispel on Mayong?
That may be coming.
Got it.
His HP basically stopped at 75% and then regen to 76. So I don't know if that kicked it in or not.
Well, fuck ton of us are stuck behind the casket or whatever.
Anurin's holding at 3%.
No, he's not.
Crush DI.
distracted.
Nothing. We got nothing. How much time on the initial round of Banes?
Lizard Man D, I faded.
Back up.
Mine's
Okay.
Mine's back up.
So as the sky falls.
I'm assuming nobody's there, so.
When do we use the second round of Banes, or is there?
Yeah, I will start calling them as soon as we're done with the orc.
Orky's about dead.
It's all going to Mayong, though? Is that right?
Yeah, everything will be going to Mayong.
At about what percent?
We're gonna start right away with warriors. We got an
Let's
ad.
drop.
Take out the ad. Stay away from it. Range DPS.
I got it.
We stand a chance at success. If you have staunch recovery and are out of endurance or mana, this is your time.
Gosh. I forgot about staunch recovery.
I used my staunch and didn't do anything.
Might not do it while you're in
We
combat.
have our Terra take over with defensive.
Everybody should be over in Mayong's general area. Remember, if you're going to use a Bane weapon, you need to be in line of sight of the named.
Can I have our Terra take over, Liz?
Artero.
Should we start using them?
I will tell you. So on a vulnerable only, it will be Artero. On a distracted, it will be Artero, Anurin, and Siren.
Have your Bane
Vulnerable's
weapons
Artero.
ready.
Vulnerable, Artero only. Distracted, Artero, Anurin, and Siren.
If you're one of those three people, have your Bane weapon ready to equip and ready to
They
click.
should be equipped because they're got the Bane damage on them. My Bane's almost back up though. In a minute and a half, we will switch the vulnerable.
Do we have a bat timer?
We have no bat timer.
Copy that.
I have a minute 30 on mine.
Copy that.
It's not accurate.
That's okay. If you have a root ability, please make sure it's memmed. If you have the ability to mez, make sure it's memmed. This is not the time to panic. Stay focused.
You mean panic? We killed all the other mobs. It's just killing him now.
There's more to it, but yes.
I know.
Ferger, do you have Boon?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Jambling.
Take out the ad. Keep it away from raid.
I got it.
Hey, distracted. Artero, Anurin, Siren.
We got 2 in.
Another one
Once
for 6.
do not click after it's gone. If the opportunity's gone, you click it, it backfires.
We got
Who didn't
2.
get their click?
Artero.
Artero.
That's okay.
So on distracted only, Arturin, Skyfall, Canaris. On vulnerable, it will be Salen again.
Was that Artero or Anurin? You said Arturo.
Arturo, Skyfall, and Canaris.
A lot going on, brother. It's good.
Bats.
Hands up.
Mez. Root.
Nine Channers down.
Get him rooted.
Where's that last bet at?
It's in the corner.
Good job. Good job.
Should be 3.5 minutes to next bats.
Good job. Stay focused.
About 10:46, 40 seconds.
Need
Eastern.
rebuffs on my enchanter if anybody can.
start a 3-minute timer. Anyway.
Send Spring will get you with some stuff.
I gathered mana. I can do my stuff.
All right. You want Oak?
Yes, please.
All right.
Reminder, after 50%, he's going to start doing his big AEs. We need to be out of line of sight unless you are the main tank. I'll try to call it. Leave the channel open unless needed.
So that's when the emote comes?
Correct.
When do we stop pets?
Pets should be gone now.
Around now would be a good time to suspend or, if needed, kill your pet. Get on the ad.
I got it.
Can we use rampaging servants?
Yes.
Thank you.
You got about 1% until he potentially could death touch at any time. Be ready.
Remember, on vulnerable, it's Salen only. On distracted, it's Artero, Skyfall, and Canaris.
Well, don't push him out like that.
Needs to go back in the corner.
Distracted.
Distracted.
Artero, Skyfall, Canaris.
Clicked.
Okay, no more clicks.
Success.
You continue to impress mortals.
Stay focused. We're doing fine.
Bats in about 40 seconds, give or take.
So I'm not 100% if clicking with Monk and Necro forces a vulnerable or distracted, or if it just increases the chance of it.
Flee line of sight.
Out of line of sight now. Move.
Move.
When do we want to use our burns next?
Oh, I was out of line of sight.
Wow.
Turns out
that's a wipe.
that doesn't
Well,
block line of sight.
Isn't his thing
It
that
100% blocked it.
Yeah, it blocked me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
blocked
blocked
me
too.
too.
You just got to be over at the crypt.
I had two
And
at the crypt and
bats.
they died.
Do we have any enchanter alive?
Do we have somebody? Do we have a healer or a reser that can get out?
Bats out.
Jail? Camp jail out?
Milo, can you get out?
My sanctuary's down. And I'm down. They killed me. The bats got me.
I thought he was line of sight like arc.
So I tucked around that column that we
Not
have
line
him
of
wedged
sight,
to,
it's range.
directly into the corner on the other side, and I did not get hit.
It's always been range. I've never heard a line of sight on that.
I went behind.
I
the
was
column
right up
during
next to him.
landing.
But I just got around that little pillar, got in the corner, and I was not touched.
Wow.
I was right where you were, Felix, and I got hit.
Yeah, I thought we had to move to the center pillar.
I just remember backing up and not being a big deal.
So next time, we're going to use one of the center pillars,
Yeah, that's what.
and it will work. I know.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Some have said crypt, some have said wall. I think we've proven what won't work. But next round should be our win. We just need to get somebody in there to res us. But now you see how the event is working and supposed to work. So familiarity should not be a problem for next round.
Third time's the charm.
Exactly. And we have enough time in our raid schedule to do a third round. We just need to get somebody with the ability to res back up in there.
Guess I should have knocked on wood when somebody made that "just kill him" comment.
Yeah. Thanks for jinxing us. Oh, kill. Good run.
It was very good. It was very close. Hopefully everybody has a really good feel for how the event is supposed to work now.
Hey, having my pet down too, but are we really going to take it?
I think the AE goes off around you, Shadow Killer. So, like, if someone's standing next to you, they get death touch too.
So it moves like a plague cloud.
I think so. And I remember him being like a range on that AE.
Well, then I'll go stand in another fucking corner away from the raid, but I don't want to get rid of my pet if I don't have to. That's the majority of my DPS by that point in the fight. I'm completely out of mana. I'm out of all of my clicks, everything.
Yeah, but we don't care about your DPS if it's going to get everybody else another DPS killed. That's the bottom line.
I totally agree. That's what I'm saying. If it's only going to be around me and hit me, then I'll go way the fuck away from everybody.
But we don't know for certain right now.
Yeah.
So this is a playing it safe kind of thing, buddy.
Yeah, just you can sit behind the pillar. You can sit behind the pillar and med the full, and then dump all your mana and nukes, and then med again, because this is kind of a paced fight. So,
Are we going to be able to get people back here, or do we need to summon?
I'm working to see if I can sneak my ass in there. I have
Do
a
you
red
have a key
token
for the
on me.
door? Do you have a Dreadspire crest?
No.
Then you won't be able to get through the library.
Yeah.
Do we have somebody with a Dreadspire crest who can get him through?
I do.
Very good.
Depends on what the respawns are like.
Try to
They're
work
gonna be a
together.
mess, so I need a monk.
You need somebody that can get past Shadow Mains without getting charmed.
Guys, I got an AFK for like 5 to 10 minutes. I'll hurry up. Be right back.
No problem, man. Go for it.
I feel like next time we do this, we should have a tunic and res camped out in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have plenty of vaults.
My cleric's keyed. I could give somebody the info.
Well, we have some keys too. I can key mine and have it.
It might be worth just dragging one around literally just to camp it to res.
I like that last option.
Yeah, I could bring mine and camp it just to res.
I mean the just win it.
Oh, just win? Yeah, no, I like that idea too. We were pretty close.
That was a good run. That was really good.
I think maybe the issue was people not being right up tucked against the wall because my SK lived and the other two died, and they were pretty much in the same spot.
I was like my died in the wall. So
doesn't all really take a one person getting hit and all the people around them are getting death touch too? So it could just be one
Yes.
person was in line of sight and they killed everybody else.
Yeah,
That's a possibility. Yeah.
Also,
some
next
of us
time, are
don't
we going to go after the orc first instead of Mayon?
Yes.
Yeah, we could have done that sooner too. But
And that would have freed up a lot. But
can't move real fast.
the beautiful thing is, this is we've learned basically everything we need to in order to make this work in 2 runs.
And we've done basically everything to make this work except figuring out how to mitigate that death touch.
Exactly.
So this has been a fantastic session regardless.
Oh yeah, getting him down to what did we get him to? Like 35.
Somewhere
Something
around
like
there.
Good times.
Next week we'll have more Banes. As
Oh,
long
I
as
mean,
we got people to wield them.
What
we're gonna
really
kill
helped
his
was
ass in
staunch.
like 35 minutes.
What really helped was staunch recovery, and now that's gone.
I know, right? Dang it.
Well, you won't have to heal so much when we kill the orc much faster.
That's
You
true.
beat me to it, Omi.
So they did good.
Oh, shoot, 67
1 week.
Nope. Intensity of the rest of the week comes back much faster, but not fast enough for tonight.
So, for clarification, what we're trying to do right now is get somebody in there who has the ability to res. So we can see if we can get us resed, how we can go for a third attempt, and a win. If we can, great, awesome, wonderful.
What's the when the emote goes off for the death touch? How much time do we have?
15 seconds.
It was about 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, the timing wasn't actually that bad on it.
Yeah, no. Some of us are slow to move too. You know, we don't have blockers, so
Yep.
Yeah, and boxes as well, right?
yeah, the boxes probably should not even be in there, like at all. They should just be behind the pillar.
Even without a blocker, I had plenty of time to move.
I mean, I moved to the wall, but that's where I died was on the wall. So
I died behind the wall.
if somebody was in there, could screenshot where we died. It'd be nice to see.
Literally all around that corner of that whole wall. The entire area just fell over.
Yeah, so something definitely
But
not.
I was right beside my two boxes, and the SK lived, and the other two didn't.
It doesn't only kill like so many people.
I don't think so. Anybody in line of sight is supposed to kill.
Because I had two tunes between the crypt and that corner, and then one tune just off to the side on the corner, and all three died.
Yeah, so it's centered on somebody that was in line of sight, and then that spread to everybody else. That's why we don't have pets, because there's some weird mechanic with that death touch and the way it draws line of sight to people.
Was there a pet up still?
I don't know if it was a pet. It could be any person.
Yeah, I don't think it was a pet. I didn't see any pets. Everybody killed their pets.
So hold on a second. Hold on. So the question is, who was it that said they had a key to the library?
That has the capability of getting in here.
Yeah, I think that's the key. I have a key, the Dreadspire crest, right?
Yes.
Right? I have one, but I'm a mage, so.
Does anybody with a feign death ability have a key to the library?
Salem does.
Yeah, I do.
Wait,
I don't know that I'll
Gimli
make it
has
past
it?
those werewolves, so they'll probably just
Hold
keep
on.
charming me.
It does.
Okay,
If
then
Gimli
you
has
can do
it,
exactly what I
can
just
he
did.
SOS past that?
Yep.
Should be able to.
I had zero problems getting shrouded through here, and I've got the tokens on me to raise somebody.
Already in the zone. Hit that one.
All right. Then that's what we're going to do. If it works, we're going to do another round.
I'll give you a piggyback ride when you get here, buddy.
Give them a moment to find out if it's going to work.
I have no blockers, so it's slow going, but I'm coming.
You can strafe too to speed up.
Well, we know who's getting the blockers next.
I think.
Where do you get the
yes.
Dreadspire crest?
And I need the key, and I'm pretty sure Dammy has both.
It's a semi-rare drop from two named down in the tunnels in DSK.
Guess I'll maybe spend some time down there.
The Restless One and Attila the Drinker or something.
I'll drink to that.
I don't want to talk about the rarity on that.
I mean, you could be like us the other night that freaking got two of them.
Yeah, we got
in
two
30
like
minutes.
5, yeah, it was stupid.
So again, if we can get Felix in there, he does have a way to res us. He has a res token, and he can res one of the clerics, and thereby we can go another round. If not, we're going to have to summon. So it's all up to our good buddy Felix. No pressure, my good man. No pressure.
Lizards,
Or
does your
gameplay.
stream catch Discord?
Yes, unless I'm muting it.
I mean, like, is it visible on your stream?
No, it is not. Nor is my tell window.
Yeah, Faye, did you get smacked with something?
Yeah, but I'm okay.
Cool. Hey there, brother.
What's this new guild Heradric cube theory? Is it new?
It's one of the other guilds fell apart. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank.
Sovereign Eternity, maybe? Or
No, it wasn't Spectral Shift.
Is
Well,
it Chris?
We recruiting the shit out of them.
I saw them recruiting last night. And they said what guild it was. It fell apart, but
Sovereign Eternity has like.
That's it. Sovereign Eternity.
They still have too many players to name online, so.
Yeah,
it was
but
part of their guild.
Did like a core of them cut away or something?
Well, they could still be hemorrhaging.
I know they're not doing current content. They're doing Omens and Gates.
who's that? Heradric cube?
Correct.
They're in Dreadspire. Yeah, they're in Demiplane right now.
Huh. Well, their thing said that they were doing Omens.
Gray book over here that looks weird.
You have to kind of turn sideways and look at it, and the book should be sticking out.
It's kind of brownish.
Mm-hmm.
If you're shrunk, it's going to be about height with your head. If you're not, it's about mid waist.
Well, I mean, he's a dwarf.
So you might have to jump.
Do you have
No,
to have
I
it?
know what book it is, but it won't let me.
Do you have to have the item in your hand when you touch it to the
No.
book?
No.
Are you getting the a random book from the shelf, but the contents are in a language that's incomprehensible?
That's correct.
I'd like to recommend putting it on your cursor and pressing the letter U.
Shouldn't have to do that. You just click on it.
And yet clicking on it isn't working.
Maybe you have to use it in Dreadspire Keep before you can use it in Demiplane.
Just
Is
be
that-
silly. I mean, I'm not arguing with that that's a possibility or not. I'm just saying it would be
So
fucking
it's not
stupid
the
if
crest that opens that. It's doing the second
Right.
task from the line for the Monocle of Blood.
Right, it's not. It's frustrated functionary. Right.
Frustrated.
I'm frustrated.
The library book one, which I've done. I just can't get
Yeah,
past.
I'm pretty sure
the
I've done them, but no,
Barb Skillers.
it's not working though.
Were you in the group when we turned that one in? Though I don't think you were.
Frustrated functionary is a solo task.
Yeah, it's the second one. It's the library book one that gives you access to open the library.
Yeah, I had both my guys on, and we were all doing those.
Thought you couldn't do the library one until you had the
After
a key to the library.
You don't get a key to the library. You just get.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
So, it appears that things are not going the way that we had hoped. Felix, a question for you. I realize I'm putting you on the spot, but a question for you. Do you believe that you're going to be able to get through the door with Gimpli's help?
No.
I don't think it's going to work either, and it's not for a lack of trying or effort, and I apologize for
Any of the
putting...
monks flagged for this?
I apologize for putting the two of you through this. I appreciate your attempt. At this time, I believe this is not recoverable. And I accept 100% of the blame for that. I should have had a cleric camped out or other reser camped out at the start of the event. So next time we do this event, we are going to have a cleric or reser camped out so that if the worst thing happens, we're going to have an easy res back in there. I apologize that this didn't work. Unfortunately, I do believe that the best course of action at this time would be to go ahead and res up, I should say, summon the corpses in the lobby, res up, rebuff in the hall, and call it for the evening.
That's not bad, really, for 2 attempts on him to get that far. That's pretty good.
It really
Death
was.
Next time we get here.
Oh yeah.
Well, I will work on making sure I have that key so that this is not a repeatable thing. And
Well, please do not misunderstand me. This is in no way, shape, or form your fault for having to jump extra hoops because I did not plan to have a reser out.
I mean, if they had hula hooping in the Olympics, I'd be there.
And I'd be cheering you on.
So, if you guys have friends that have done this, I have a question with regarding to the monk and necrobanes. If they trigger an actual distracted event, or if they just make them more frequent, that I never found out. I think they actually trigger one. So when you get down to 25, you can have your monks and necros force distracted or vulnerable events, and you can just click your mage and wizard ones and kill them quick.
I think that's the way it
Yes.
works, but I don't really recall
It does.
Yeah, so when they come back up, we can be a little bit more efficient from the 60% and down.
Am I correct in assuming that library is a safe spot so Gimli can get out?
Yes. Generally speaking, yes. Also,
Yeah, there's nothing.
Ninmid is going to be on the west side of the lobby for anybody in need of a res.
Are we buffing in the guild hall?
I would like to do a full round of buffs in the guild hall just as a consolation prize after this, though.
Why don't we just do it at the lobby at the resing spot?
Because some people are resing on the east and some are on the west. And F the other people who are standing in the middle. They don't deserve our buffs.
Exactly.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Lizard, I still want you to have my babies.
Man babies all day, brother man.
Better you than me.
I'll drink to that.
Babies in this house.
No babies.
It's probably a good rule.
Hey, but in all seriousness,
Fantastic with kids. I just don't want any.
you did a really good job tonight, everybody. Had I planned ahead and gotten that cleric out like the voices in my head told me that we should, we would not be facing this, but it is what it is. We can't fix the past, we can only fix the future. And in the future, we're going to handle it a little bit differently. We're going to have more Banes, we're going to have more blockers, and we're going to get this win as many times as humanly possible. Besides, a majority of the good loot is on the other mobs anyway. He had crappy loot tonight. We didn't need that crap.
That's right.
It's true. I mean, his loot's like a bracer.
Wow, tonight it was terrible. Next time it's going to be amazing.
We let it ride.
3 shields tonight.
We let it
Can you
ride.
drop that skull for XR illusion?
I wanted the XR illusion. Yes, you absolutely can use expedient recovery. It will still leave a corpse, but you can use expedient recovery.
I wish you could re-res that corpse.
I mean, you can, but it will only give you a res timer.
You said buff in the guild hall, right?
Yeah, let's head over to the guild hall and do a full round of buffs, make everybody leave at least on a somewhat positive note. I'm still clicking over here on the left, west side. This is us.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure.
That was worth it just to see her midget corpse.
Just a wee little Tits McGee.
Anybody else interested in a res over on the west before I head over to the guild hall?
I can grab my own with compress after this. I'm going and pulling that quest.
Coffee that.
I'll be there in about 30-40 seconds, Liz.
Sounds good.
Thank you for your hard work and efforts tonight, guys. It was a good raid.
Thank you. It was.
I can tell that's going to be a very fun raid once we get a couple things nailed down. That was a good time.
I'm excited to see how far we got.
Yeah, it was going pretty smooth.
So are raid ticks done, or are we doing something else at all?
Ticks are done.
Yep. And I gotta get out of here because I gotta work tomorrow, at least a little bit.
Armag, don't worry about my corpses. I expedient.
Now you tell me.
I just saw that you were doing it.
Anyone else need a click?
Speak now or forever hold your corpse.
Where the
For 7 days or 3 hours.
Oh, lovely. It's not a persistent task. It's only 2 hours. Yep.
So the solo one, the first one, you got to kill 10 bats, which are the annoying ones on the spire, the ramp leading upward, and then you got to feed the guests and all that.
Yeah, I've got the walkthrough pulled up and everything. Quote unquote solo.
And blade, please.
Back in my day, solo meant I could do it alone.
Nothing in EQ is solo. Unless you're a necro.
I don't know. My mage could argue that.
True.
Thank you very much for the reses.
All right, party in the hall.
All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Good night, man.
See you, man.
Thank you, Skinnyland. Thank you very much for the follow. It is appreciated. Good to have you along with us. But I do believe that this is about it for us for the night. So I will say thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and join me in mine. It was a pleasure having you along for the ride. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoy the Demiplane of Blood. It's a fun DODH is a fun expansion from beginning to end. It really is. We have an amazing team over here with the Immortal Few, so thank you very much, and we'll catch you